welcome back to the Academy. The show sets out to bring out the business in you. But still with our very own special guest, Kehinde Akinabo, the founder and CEO of Elandame Fashion House. So Kehinde, what exactly are the steps involved in making these bags? What procedures do we have to go through?
All right, firstly, I would like to start with the materials needed to make the purse. First of all, you need your fiber paper. Basically, in the market, they call it carry board and all. And then your sheet board is like an art paper. It's white. Like this particular paper they used to make files, folders, and all. It's just a big sheet. And then you need your gum, Evo stick gum. And I basically like to use top one because it's very thick on like the old Oasis and other brands. And then you need your ruler, you need your pencil and eraser or your pen. And then you need scissors, measuring tape, and leather, and definitely the fabric that needs to be used, Ankara, English Damask, or even leather itself. Basically, the first step to do when you're making your clutch purse in particular, it's cutting out the fiber paper. Cut out the fiber paper, and then after that, you cut out the sheet board. To the desired shape you want. Desired shape you want. And then you place your sheet board. It's first of all your fiber paper, and then when you place the fiber paper that you've already cut out on the sheet board, you draw it out. And then you cut out that exact shape. Basically. And then when you cut out the exact shape, you have two identical papers. Just the one is fiber paper and the one is the sheet board, the desired size or shape you want of your clutch purse. And then after that, you cut out an inch from the sheet board, because when you put the two in together, if you do not cut out that inch, one, because of the curve that happens at the bend of the clutch purse, one comes out of the other. So you need to cut out an inch away to make sure that one doesn't come out of the other, so it doesn't like overlap in front. And then after that, you apply your gum on your carry board and your sheet board, and then you let it dry for some time. You let it dry for some time, and then you apply your fabric on it. And now when you apply your fabric on it, you cut out your fabric, but not exactly with the shape of the carry board. You leave a little bit material out of it, so that you can fold in at the end of the day. So after cutting out the fabric from the carry board and the sheet board with the gum already applied and stapled on it, you apply gum again on the extra sides, the sides that you left out fabric. You apply gum on them so you can fold that side in. Now when you leave that to dry, you fold it. When after it has finished drying, you fold it in. That's you fold it on the exact shape, sort of, on the fiber paper and the carry board. So at the end of it all, when you folded those edges in, what you have is two identical papers, but it's that one as the fiber paper as the outer fabric of the purse, and then the sheet board as the inner fabric. Now you could use, if it's an Ankara purse, you could use your Ankara same material for the inside and the outside. But if it's leather, you definitely cannot use leather inside for the sheet board. So you have to use a lining material, or you could use really any material, satin or chinos, whichever one works best for you, to do the inside. Now for my English Damask, what I basically use is the English Damask for the outside layer. That's for the fabric paper, fiber paper rather. And then the sheet board, I use what they call it apoche in quotes, but it's really seat covers for chairs and all. It's like a I won't call it inferior, but it's like akoche. The old days akoche thing, but now modified to the old velvet thing that they wear for weddings and all. But really, it's thinner, sort of. It's not as thick. It's not for the fabric one. I use that for the inside because it feels really good for the inside. So when you put stuff inside, it's not coarse. It's smooth. So really, when that is done, the two sides folded in, you have two almost identical papers, just that they either have the same fabric on them or different fabrics, depending on what you use for the outer layer and the inner layer. Then you set that aside. Now you go to the side of the purse. Now the side of the purse, I basically use leather because I like it to be flexible. I could use sheet board for the sides, but then they won't be so flexible like leather. So I cut out an oval shape. I draw out an oval shape on a sheet board as a template for my leather. Now when that oval shape is cut out from the sheet board, drawn and cut out from the sheet board, I place it on my leather. And when I place it on my leather, I draw out that same shape. I cut out two of it because I have two sides of the purse, definitely not one side of the purse because it's not a pencil case holder or something. Do you understand? So I cut out two sides, and then I have two oval shaped leather, leather, yeah, not template now, at the end of the day. And then when I have that, I now get the fabric I want to use for the outer layer. Now for the purse making today, I know we are making now, it's really the inner material. That's my approaching material. It depends on the design. Actually, I could use it for the outside. It's not inferior like that. It could be used. It's a good material too. So I used it for the sides, and then the English Damask is just on the cover sort of the fiber paper. So really you place you apply gum first of all to your leather, the inner side of the leather, and you place that on the approaching material, the inner of the approaching material, and then when it's dry, definitely the same goes for the other side. That's the two sides. And then just like the first time we did the fiber paper and the sheet board, we leave it to dry. We place it on the approaching material, and then the edges too, you leave edges out. You leave material at the edges for folding in, but now it's a different folding in really. And then when you cut out the sides, you place gum again on the sides of the material that was left out. But first of all, before you do that, you have to place the top of the oval shaped material. You fold it in. And then before you apply gum by the sides, really. And then when the gum is applied by the side, you leave it to dry, and then you go back to your inner fabric with your sheet board. Now that inner fabric with the sheet board is what holds the side of the purse. The fiber paper is left out first of all.
Okay, let's take a quick break here, and then when we get back, we'll continue with the making of the purse.